When on this journey of intentionally manifesting the things that you have decided to create in your life, you have to first recognize that you are now intentionally going to manifest things rather than things just manifesting in your life without you actually wanting to do those things, right? And this is where I talk a lot about the fact that we are constantly in a space of manifestation. We are constantly doing things or not doing things that will always produce some kind of result. Now, it's up to you to actually take charge of your life, take charge of your existence here, and create from this gift of life the kind of life that you want to have, the kind of life that you want to experience. And so as you go further and deeper into this understanding that you are responsible for this life and you are ultimately the creator of your reality, of your universe, then it's time to go deeper into dissecting, analyzing, and coming up with a general formula for yourself to be able to put this into actual practice, right? To tangible, practical application. And so when we talk about reality, understand that there is a blueprint, right? There is a framework by which you use to create everything that you are experiencing. There's a framework by which you have to really apply to get the things that you want, to really be intentional about what it is you're going to materialize and manifest in your life. What are you going to actually create? How are you going to do it? What elements are involved when it comes to the creation of the things that you have decided upon and sometimes you haven't decided upon? But because when you're not intentional about the things that you do, when you're not intentional about your acts, your thoughts, your feelings, all those things, and you simply just roam and you just exist without being mindful about what you're doing, then things are going to just happen. And many of those things are not going to be in your favor. Many of those things are not going to be ideal, and they're not going to be things that you particularly like. So when you realize that, when you take ownership that, hey, these things that's going on in my life are not things that I really want, right? These are, in fact, things that I don't want. That is your opportunity to take power, right? To empower yourself to say, listen, these are things that I don't want in my life. And as a result of not taking action, as a result of not living intentionally, this is what the results were. And so now that I'm clear that I don't want those things, and by not doing anything results in things like that, I can actually make a change, go the different way, right? And actually take action and live intentionally to create the things that I want. So how do we do that? Well, we have to create a blueprint. And to me, a blueprint is basically a framework, right? A frame by which we are using elements to build the foundation of what it is that we are to create, right? When you think about a blueprint, it's a piece of paper, right? A square, rectangle. It is a image of the thing that you wish to create. And so that image, you think of the image as the centerpiece of the blueprint, right? Within the framework. Now, when you dissect what that framework is, if you say your blueprint is to build something, right? So in the sense of blueprints, we're talking about a house, right? Because that is the most simplest form of really understanding and a symbol that you can really lay your mind to, right? You can really tangibly understand that to build a house, there are things you must have, right? You must have a good foundation. You must have at least 4 walls. Well, you could have a home with 3 walls, right? That's more like not even a pyramid still has 4 walls, but I guess you can have a triangle type house, whatever, a tent, even a tent has four parts, right? 4 sides. But okay, getting back to it. For this home is going to have 4 walls, and this is your framework. Each wall represents something. It's almost like 4 pillars, right? They represent where and how you're going to build upon to get this thing that you want, to create this ultimate result, which is the actual house, right? The actual mansion or whatever. Now, these are the four walls. Each one of these things represents a wall. Each one of these things represent a pillar. Each one of these things represents the structure by which you're going to build upon to create the thing that you want. The first thing is your thoughts. What are you thinking about? Are you constantly thinking about the thing that you want, right? Now, be mindful. This is about creating a reality. This is about the framework of the reality you're creating. When you are living in a certain reality, then the results are always in alignment with the reality which you've created. So we are constantly thinking about something. Are you thinking in alignment with the thing that you want? You see, even your thinking can also be seen as your thoughts, your words, right? What are you communicating, whether it be internally in your mind or externally through your mouth? You have to be mindful about that and make sure that your thoughts are in alignment with the thing that you want, with the home that you have decided to build. Okay. The second thing is going to be your feelings. How are you feeling? Your feelings, are they aligned with the thing that you want? Meaning, are they in support of, or are they in doubt of, right? So you have to recognize your feelings must be in alignment with the building of this structure, of this foundation. You have to make sure that your emotions are in alignment with creating this thing, because you have decided this is what you want. This is what you're going to do. So your thoughts are one wall. The other wall are making sure your emotions are aligned with the thing that you want. Now we're going to get into one of the most important things is action. What are you doing? Who are you being? Who are you being? And actually in alignment with everything that you wish to create, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your beingness. What are you doing? Making sure these three things are aligned. You already have somewhat of a structure, okay, that can stand on its own, because it does have 4 points at this moment. Even though there are only 3 walls, it can stand on its own. All right. So these 3 things alone can get you there. Okay. But this fourth wall, the fourth wall, is actually the thing that people take for granted, in which can actually knock down the structure by which you have already built if you're not careful about it. But when you are mindful about it, it can actually expedite the process of you creating this wall and creating this structure, this home, and building it out exactly as you see fit in a time frame that may be faster than you can expect. And that is your surroundings, your friends, your family, the people you connect with, your community. Are those individuals in alignment with the thing that you want? How much time are you spending with these individuals? How much energy, how much communication are you having with them? Is it in alignment with the thing that you wish to create? If it is not, then it's going to slow down, is going to possibly even stop the creation of this thing. If you are communicating with people who are on the same page, who are in support of you, then it can actually create a solid foundation and structure and help you to even build something bigger and more massive than you can even imagine. So you have to be mindful about this framework, right? This blueprint into how you're going to create, this blueprint into your reality and how your reality is created. So say if the reality you are creating is one of just simply peace and joy, right? Then make sure that those 4 walls are covered. Make sure that your thoughts, your speech is in alignment with peace. Make sure that you are emotionally connected and aligned with peace, that you are constantly in a space where you are channeling your emotions in alignment with peace, that you're not letting yourself be triggered and be pissed off and depressed and sad. But though you can have those emotions and those are normal to have, that you are aware that you want to have calm, tranquil, relaxing emotions, right? Positive emotions, emotions of gratitude, things of that nature, love, right? And then what are you doing? What are you doing to cultivate peace, right? What are you doing to make sure you have peace of mind, whether it be where you're eating, how you're being, are you meditating? Are you being mindful about the things that you're doing? Is it in alignment with peace? Okay. Then, of course, finally, who you're around. Are those people peaceful people? Are they people who are going to support your desire, your decision to create a peaceful well-being in life? Okay, so this applies to anything that you want. If it is $1 million, okay, are you thinking and speaking in terms of creating that $1 million? All right. Are your emotions in alignment with that? Are you feeling that you can create that $1 million? Are your actions in alignment with that? Are you doing things to create $1 million? Are your circle, your friends, your community, are they supporting you, right? Are they giving you support, either advice? If they themselves have created $1 million, are you listening to them? Are you surrounding yourself with people who have made millions of dollars, right? So whatever it is, if you decide on the reality that you wish to create, right? Love, relationships, a nice and beautiful family, a new home, a new car, a dream job, a dream business, whatever it is, whatever your goal, whatever your aspiration is, if you decide that, make sure that those 4 things are in alignment with that which you have decided. And once they are in alignment, then it makes the process of you materializing that thing so much easier. But if you have those things working against you and they're not productive and in alignment with that which you want, then you're going to have some difficulty. So be mindful about what you are creating and make sure that the reality, right, your reality has a framework that supports the creation that you have decided. Thank you so much. Feel free to visit drabundant.com. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.